Hello and welcome back to video 3 in this beginner's guide series. This is Robin Hood Sherwood Builders and we are going on to our next quest today, which is a roof over everyone's head. For this we need to gather 20 pine and 10 stone and put them into our storage. So in order to do that we're going to get our trusted axe, and that's going to show us the trees that we can chop down. So we're going to head over here. If we see a stone here we're going to pick it up. If we see anything that we can chop down, we're going to simply just do that. A very easy one today. We don't even need to leave our base to complete this quest. Okay, but this is only part of the quest. So the first thing we need to do is collect as many resources as possible. So we're going to do that now by getting all of these stones as well. Okay, so we can see that we need another 6 stone in our storage. We can see we have 6 stone here. That's great. We also need 20 pine, and we can see that we've got 15 in our inventory, as well as the 8 already in storage. So there's another stone there. We'll just start to pick these up now as we move around and see them on the floor. Stones, you will see an abundance of stones on the floor. And trees, you'll know which trees to pick up because you'll see those. They'll be highlighted whenever you have open your... you have to have your axe selected. Remember, you can get less stamina on your next swing and a faster swing if you manage to hit this and time it right. Perfect. So there we go. We've now got an abundance of pine. Let's head back into our storage. We're going to take this as well with us. Okay, let's go in. There's 2 ways in. You can either go through this door here, or you can go through the other door. We need this box. Once here, we're going to right click on our stone and on our pine. That's now complete. So we've done the first part of this, which is gathering the resources. And it did mention to us earlier that once we have people working in our settlement, they will gather the resources for us. So until that time, we need to do it ourselves. But later we'll be able to automate it. Now we're going to head over to manage our village. We briefly looked at this in the first video, but now we're going to go over it in more detail. So manage your village, we press E and we go into the builder mode. So we can see the tools and the things that we can do here. We can see our community. This is how many available workers we have. Our food, total workers and available workers. And on the right hand side we can see here these are our buildings. We're in the community tab. So we can build a house. We can build a trapper's hut, a shooting range, training grounds and a tavern. Unfortunately none of these are available in the prologue, so we have to wait. But for now we can build a house. This is where your villagers reside, raising the population of your refuge. So we will get 2 available workers. It will cost us 200 coins, 20 pine and 10 stone. Now there are other buildings. If we go to production, we can see workshops. There's a furnace, a blacksmith, a kitchen, an alchemy lab, and a weaving mill. If we come down to production, we have a quarry, a lumber mill, and a farm. And on decoration, we have loads of items here to decorate our farm. Alright, so in order for us to be able to use this, we can use our WASD key to move around. If we do that, you'll be able to see you have this area. This is your building area here. And you'll see right now that it is covered by trees. We actually have to chop down these trees before we can build, which is quite a nice little gameplay mechanic. Now, not only do you have this building area here, which is just in front of your table, there is also another one over to the right here. There's a whole big space here as well that goes all the way back to here. And if we turn around and come back and go over the other side, also out the back, there's another area here and another one just here. All of this is potential building areas where you can expand your settlement. Now we're going to start with the basic settlement, which is here where we was. So this is where we started. Okay, and from our base, as you can see, this is where we are. This is our current home. This is all of our base at the moment that we have. This is the storage, and this is where we currently are standing. So here, where we started, what we first want to do is, well, we can do one of 2 things. We can cut down a tree. To do that, you simply hover over the tree and left click. That has just cost us 3 food, and it has taken away the wood and put it into our storage. Now, we have enough pine and enough stone to do this, so we can go ahead and build this house. But this house requires a tree to build upon. And you can see here there are actually 3 of these trees. These are larger trees. So if I come back out and show you, these are the trees we can cut down, and these are the bigger trees. If I want to put down a house, I need to put the house around one of the bigger trees. So just bear that in mind. So we're going to use this tree here. We're going to go ahead and left click, and that's going to build. All right, let's come out of the building mode and just head down here, and we can see this being constructed in real time, which is a pretty cool thing to see. So you can see here the guys are building. You can see the steps they're going up, and you can see the house is being constructed. It doesn't take too long, just a few moments, and we will have our first house. Once that's done, the scaffolding will be removed, and we'll get an alert. Okay, there it is. We've now constructed our first house. Thank you very much, sir. We can now head up these stairs if we wanted to, and we can go and look around our house. But I'll warn you, there's not really much here at the moment. There's not even much to do. It's just a very basic tree house. But this does allow us to have more builders, more people working for us, and that is going to be important as we continue to grow. So now we've constructed a house and we understand how the building menu works. Let's just pop back into that building menu for a moment and finish looking around. So on the left hand side, we've got our workers. We now have additional workers. We have 5 workers now in total. We can assign our workers on the left hand side. So these workers are not currently doing anything. We can send them out as hunters. So if I click on the hunter screen here, you'll now see that your villagers can work as hunters. This will bring in regular meat supplies. So I can assign workers now, and they will add to the production speed. So a greater number of workers assigned allows for a more efficient resource production. So with 1 worker, it is producing at 10%. So you can now see the green bar. When that is full, we will get 1 doe meat. So we do not need to go and hunt because we can assign the hunters. And now I'm at 50%. This will be moving quicker. And that means that once this green bar fills, I will have some doe meat up to a maximum of 20. And so that means that the more people working in a building, the more production, the more I can automate the process and not be required to go and do those things myself. If I do not want to collect stone, if I do not want to go and harvest animals, I can get my villagers to do that for me. Now we can upgrade if we want to move from doe meat to collect boar meat. We can do that, but we need to upgrade, and that is going to cost us some coins, some doe hide. Also, it's going to cost us some iron ingot and some bamboo, of which we don't currently have, so that is not an option to us. Therefore, we're just going to leave these workers now to passively generate some doe meat for us, and we're going to come out of this menu. We can also get them to fish in exactly the same way, and they will get salmon. We can get them to be herborists, and that way they will collect reeds for us. And we can also get them to be miners and collect stone for us. And so we have those options. We can also mix and match if we didn't want everyone assigned to food. Let's say we just wanted 3 people on food. We could then go and we could get 2 people working on stone production. That way we're going to be collecting stone as well as food. Now, once we have enough materials, we can build another house. For that, we need some more pine and some more coins. Once we have that, we can take out 2 of those available workers that we've assigned, and they will go into construction. Once they've done that and they have the resources to make another house, well, the house will be able to be built, and this will allow us to have more people. We can also click on the building to manage it. And this is where we can see what building type it is, how many assigned workers there is, etc, etc. So for a house, there's nothing we can do here. We can see our food supply, our total workers, and our available workers. Now, if we chop down a tree, as I mentioned before, like this one here, let's just take down this tree. It's going to cost us 3 food. We now have 17 food. So we have to bear in mind, as we start to chop down these trees, it's costing us a lot of food. We only have 8 food remaining. Which is why it is important, I believe, in the early stages of the game to really be able to focus. And that is what we're going to do. We're going to leave 1 in the mine for now. We're going to come back out. We're also going to leave 1 in the reeds just to be building this up. and then we're going to leave 3 that we currently have hunting. And they will be providing this food supply for us. That way we can start to clear this forest. In doing so, we'll be able to build. So you need to clear the trees to be able to do that, except for the big trees, which will become houses. Okay, so now we've looked at the building, we understand how the buildings work, we understand how assigning people works. We can now look on the bottom of the screen. The first tab is the current UI that we're on, which is the build. The second one is the history. Everything that has happened. So we can see here, the workers ate free food, you received 7 wood, started constructing a house, etc, etc. Information, which shows us everything we have in storage. Now we have 42 beech, and the beech has come from chopping down those trees. So we still get the materials, it's in our storage. We can also see what type of rocks we have. Stone, copper, silver, iron, limestone, unknown ore, grit. There's meteorites. There's a lot of different types of stone and rocks, as well as different types of wood. Also, we have smelting, so we can see copper, silver, brick, iron, steel, gold, glass, and Damascus that we can see, or Damascus, sorry. Alchemy, which is sulfur, palladium, and platinum. We can see plants, lots and lots of different types of plants, weaving, and the trader. So a lot of stuff to see here, and then we can exit out. And that's it. We've now covered the UI and everything we need to do for this mission. So now we know how to build. We know how to build houses. We know how to automate tasks that we no longer want to do. If we wanted to build another house, we simply need to go and acquire some more coins and some more pine. Now we can acquire pine and stone. We can sell that. We can sell other items. And that in itself is going to allow us to get some more money. And that is going to allow us to build more houses, to get more people. And that will get us more resources. And so now we've done that, we can simply come back over to our friend Tuck. Also, we can now pick this up. Look, here is some wine. So we can pick up that wine. And now we've done that, we'll pick up some stone, because there's some stone here as well, lots of stone. And we can come over to the trader. Remember we talked about the trader before. So this is where we can buy things from the trader, or we can sell things. So for example, if we wanted to sell this wine that we just picked up, we'll get 20 coins. We select the wine, click sell, we now have the coins. Anything else that we don't want at the moment, this pine resin for example, we can sell that. Now the rest of it we're going to keep at the moment. A makeshift bow we could sell for 20 coins. Could be better than if we were to sell the other items individually, but you'd have to wait and see and work out what's good and what's not, and what you can sell and what you want to keep. But overall, this is how you will make money right now. And so that's something else to bear in mind. Alright, so we've got enough food, we've got enough water, it's starting to rain. We're going to go ahead and speak to Tuck. Just start collecting things now as we go around. And if you want to see if there's anything to collect, press R. And then you'll be able to see here simply through the senses that you have available to you. It will show you what is available to be picked up. Okay, let's speak to Tuck.
There you are. I saw the new building. A fine job. I've always believed that carpentry is an exceptional craft.
True. Looks cozy.
Now is the time for the people who live there to get to work. Fortunately, none of them expect a free dinner. We have a few tool production specialists here, and if you build a furnace, you will see that for yourself.
Tuck, are you trying to use some underhanded ploy to send me out into the woods?
God forbid! This time to the quarry. The furnace requires stone. Extract it and watch over the construction. You won't regret it, as we need the tools the furnace provides.
Alright, and so we will cover the flame of change in the next video. Thank you very much for joining me. Speak to you again soon.